I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Now Donovan Peoples-Jones. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Donovan Peoples-Jones on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
The ball carrier.
The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down.
Pickup of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
39-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Mayfield on target to Landry for a Browns first down.
First down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Real. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Hey, tighten down.
Mayfield on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up second.
Now Wilson on 2nd down.
27-yard line.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
Wilson with the handoff to Chris Carson. The tackle made by Terrence Mitchell.
On 3rd down, it's Carson, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson, being chased out left. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards in a first.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agreed with his decision to run it. He picked up that big first down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up. They'll run on first down. Carson.
Wilson.
Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Carson.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Brandon, their last miss on 3rd down, they actually were able to alleviate it because they picked it up with a 4th down conversion. I don't know that they'd be wise to try and do that again here. To me, you got to punt the ball away.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
Well, he better get ready to spin it for that post-game presser because you know he's going to be asked.
He's going to have to spin it for his own locker room, frankly.
Brings up
a loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A run for Nick Chubb. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. This one complete into the hands of Higgins.
Mayfield's pass.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Browns.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. No score after 1 on EA Sports. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On the ground, it's Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
They run again on 1st down. Chubb trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Flowers on the stop.
Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers. Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
2nd down, Mayfield. And this is caught at the 8. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. 1st and goal from the 6.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Running the jet sweep, Landry. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
56 to Mike.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
56, Mike, 56. Let's go, team. Run. Strong man, right like that. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Hey, tight.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And he is all the way up past the 25.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
3rd down and 10.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A 6-yard loss. It's 4th down.
Michael 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
Michael Dixon.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at the Seahawks' 49-yard line.
Set. 180. Watch the slant. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. 4 down. 4 down. Hey, Mike. Hey, alert.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Mayfield down. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. This is Carson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Check. 93's the mic. 93.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So first and goal from the 9-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. This will be caught at about the 6.
Wilson's pass.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
And goal at the Browns.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? Pulls it in at the 13. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight. Maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
And he will be taken down, but not before he gets this to the Browns' 20. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 45 yards.
20-yard line.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. On first down, it's Carson, and not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
The stop made by...
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Wilson. And it's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 20-yard touchdown as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point up and through by Myers, and that makes the score 7-0.
Kickoff for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Peoples-Jones returning. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Jones on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Run. Check 50.
And again, it's Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Take it at the 37. 31 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
38-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle.
The pass.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
13 on the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
Defense wins championships, baby. Check 93.
Now Wilson from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got Lockett. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
That's good.
That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. After the sack on 1st down, Wilson got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
For a Seattle.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line.
And on to Chris Carson.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. They'll try to run with Carson, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Let's go one more. Double tight, guys, double tight.
Now it's Wilson. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Jason Myers.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
14.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. Peoples-Jones returning. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
23 yards, the final tally.
Cleveland.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19.
1st down, Browns.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Regular.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
2nd and 2 on the Seahawks' 18-yard line.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
And again, it's Mayfield. And a little floater there is incomplete. Kareem Hunt, his running back, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll try again with Chubb. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Now Mayfield. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope when they had to slop.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner, and he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line.
Browns 6. Cody Parkey set to kick off.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
It's a big play there for Seattle. 44 yards on the ground.
31-yard line.
Wilson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Now it's Carson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Chris Carson.
Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. On third down, Carson. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Second and goal.
From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Seahawks add on to their lead.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable, but do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense, but that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1 yard line.
That keeps the score Seahawks 20, Browns 6.
And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Second and 4.
They'll come up on a second and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
Push him back. Push him back.
From the gun, Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Fourth down, Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell.
Come on now. Good call, baby. He's a little bit with me, baby.
Today's final score.
So the victory here for Seattle. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one.